Thank you for sharing that video. That was fantastic. I have to ask you, you look familiar. Did you happen to be in that video, the Liberty video, the 2008 Ron Paul Revolution video?
Yes, I was in that video.
I knew it. I knew it. Your beard has grown a little bit longer, but you look the same. It's fantastic. I don't know about you, but I watched that video and I still get a little bit choked up watching that sometimes. It's just such a powerful moment where I think America really started taking itself back. What did it feel like to be part of that video? I mean, that to me is very iconic.
It was outstanding. I felt so honored to follow such an icon as Mary Ruart in the film. It just pumped me up like nobody's business. It was great.
Well, it's so funny because I've been able and I've had the opportunity, and I feel very fortunate to meet a lot of the people that are in that video. Yourself now I got to discuss. Michael Moresco I've met on a number of occasions. He's a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, and just so many, Jordan and Adam and so many wonderful people. I kind of feel like this movement is it's like our family. It's our big family, and I see that in your video when you're talking. We talk about this movement like a family, like we're taking America back for the individual and the people, not for the state. And it just makes me feel so warm, and I can see it energized in you. What brought you to this movement?
Well, Michael Badnarik actually was the person that brought me into politics, and then after a brief stint of a few years in the Libertarian Party, I ended up going over to the Republican Party to support Congressman Ron Paul, of which I am now Republican Precinct Committeeman in the Holly Precinct in Phoenix, Arizona.
That's fantastic. We were just on our last interview, we were talking about, we really believe that's what Ron Paul wanted us to do, and that was to fill the local offices, start those things, and build it from the grassroots up. And that's something that we're starting to see. And to hear your story, that really excites me.
Yeah. How do you find working? How do you find working within the Republican structure? Which you're working from the bottom up there, from the precinct committeeman. I'm also running as a precinct committeeman in this next election. How has that been for you? I'm sure you find people that are, some people like-minded, some people not so much, but you're able to do some good work, I'm sure.
Well, I've participated in 3 different Republican events since joining with them, and of the last 2, it was the county convention and the state convention, where I was one of the people in the tally room counting the votes.
Excellent.
So we know that those votes were counted appropriately in that precinct, that's for sure.
The ones where I touched, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you feel any frustration with the Libertarian Party? And it was fairly ironic that you left the Libertarian Party to support a Libertarian candidate.
Well, considering I'm the first meetup organizer for Ron Paul for president, working for Ron Paul to try and make him president while I was a presidential elector with my name on the ballot in the last election cycle with Bob Barr. So it's like, how did I end up this? Man.
Yeah, quite a transition, obviously.
I'm still trying to figure all of that out.
Yeah.
So are you finding, I think I was trying to get to, have you found some like-minded people among your local Republican organization there in, you're in Phoenix, right?
Oh, well, certainly, yes, certainly. I mean, it was Barry Goldwater that said that classical republicanism is libertarianism. So basically, the libertarians going into the Republican arena, we basically are bringing them back to their supposed conservative roots.
And I agree with you 100%. I just think among many people working, in the Ron Paul grassroots, there's this maybe perception that they might not be welcome in the GOP, but like any other group, there are people that are going to be closer to your mindset, and there are going to be people who, maybe aren't so close. But it's working, figuring out how to work effectively with people who are of like mind and persuading those who aren't.
Well, liberty not only brings people together, like Dr. Paul says, it also outs those who are working against it. Right. It really does.
Absolutely. Now, do you have any plans in starring in any other roles coming up? Is there another? Yeah, I tell you, I got to go back to that video because it really, I still watch it sometimes, and I really recommend friends that are just new so they can get a feel of a passion of this movement. And I don't know if you get the same thing that I do, but I get nostalgic and I watch and I'm not exactly a weeping wallflower. I'm a pretty tough guy, and I get a little choked up watching that sometimes. It reminded me of a time in my life that was so transitional. Do you have any plans on meeting anything else soon?
Actually, is what you're feeling is the same thing I feel when I watch America from Freedom to Fascism by Aaron Russo, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
That's every time I see the Marcy Brooks part in there, I have to cry because it just hits me so close to home. So close to home. Well, our meetup group here, we burned a few 100,000 copies of that and gave it away.
That's fantastic. Well, Ed, I got to tell you, it was a real pleasure. We're rapid fire successioning, finishing this out tonight. It was, for me, a real treat to be able to speak with you, only because I recognized you right away from that video that I think really played a role in my life. Thank you for everything that you're doing in Arizona.
Good luck in Arizona.
Good luck, absolutely. And you're making the rest of us Patriots real proud, so thank you very much, and good luck.
Primary on the 28th. Go Ron Paul,
yes.
And please choose Judge Napolitano. Please. I don't trust anybody else. I don't.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Man. Thank you.
We're with you on that, absolutely. All right, well, you take care and good luck.